So this morning when I was taking my son to school, I asked him while we were in the car, what's your favourite Lego set out of all the ones you've got? And he thought about it for a wee minute. He's 5 years old. And he thought about it for a wee minute. And then he said, it's my Lego maze. Now his Lego maze is something that he's completely built out of, it's just a base plate with some bricks on there, some 2x2s stacked around. And he has integrated that deeply into his little Lego city. And it really made me think, what makes a great Lego set? So after I dropped him off, I started thinking, what is actually my favourite set? How would I answer that? And all I could think of was a set that I used to have when I was a kid. If I still have it, it's still in a box because, we never get rid of our Lego. There's a set I have, I don't even know the official name of it, but it says Restaurant Day. It's from the 1990s. Restaurant Day, it's written on it. I love that set. I still love that set. It brings back so many great memories, that set. But at the time, I did have more expensive sets. I had cheaper, but I loved that set. I don't know what it was. It just clicked. I imagined so many stories with that set. And strangely, like now, the Tudor Corner, when I built the Tudor Corner, we couldn't put it down. I just loved it. I absolutely loved that set in a different way, but I really liked that set. So what makes that great Lego set? Because what am I asking someone when I say that? Am I saying, what's the most technically built Lego set? What's the most impressively built? What's the most impressive display? What is the most, what's the cheapest? What's the most expensive? It's completely different. And even as a child, when I was a kid, the price didn't even enter it because I wasn't paying for it. Wouldn't it be lovely to go back to those times when you didn't pay for the Lego? So it's what made it great for me. And I think it is different for, my son is using his imagination, and so it's really special to him that he's built this. Whereas I think when I look at things like, and I make that relation to things like my restaurant as well, but maybe the Tudor Corner is really, important to me because I imagine it. It's a memory, I've got a pub that I used to go to when I was like 18, 19. It looked like the Tudor Corner. So I've attached into it. Maybe I'm living a memory through the Lego. And if you think, Lego City is one of the biggest themes that Lego released. They can't seem to shake it. They keep re-releasing things. And it doesn't really make a lot of sense. Because Lego City consists of things that you and I can go out and touch and see and feel and really have. It's not really using our imaginations and building something completely new out of the box. What we're doing is recreating things with the Lego City lineup. We're not building things that don't exist. The reason I love, some of those buildings is because I can attach a memory into them. In my case, and some of them just don't click. See that I built the museum. Now that museum it's very beautiful when it's built. Well, it's nice when it's built. Wow, when I got to that second floor was I thinking I wish this was over. It became a chore. Whereas the Tudor Corner, Assembly Square, things like that. So these are Assembly Square, an equally big build. Couldn't put it down. So why? Why do we like those little details like the dentist's office? Why do we like those things, as city builders? Is it because we're able to recreate, those little memories or something in there? Is that what makes it great? Is that why I say this is a great Lego set? Because the price and the price per piece and things, it doesn't really equate to that being a great set, I've noticed. And when you extend that to other intellectual property of Lego, things like Star Wars, things like, Harry Potter. So Harry Potter is definitely from my youth. I'm a child of the 90s. And I have an attachment to the Lego Harry Potter set. Not the current wave, though I do always glance at it. The original sets, but which were much simpler. I can still think of a lot of great memories through those sets. I'm, in a way, like I was never into Star Wars. I think they're great movies, but I'm not a Star Wars fanatic. I understand why people are. But Star Wars Lego could never release something in Star Wars that I think I'll buy. Isn't that weird? They can be really good technical builds. It just doesn't tickle me in any real way. There are just some sets that don't tickle me. Why is that? So it's obviously not the build quality. Some of those sets are phenomenal build quality. It's not the design display ability. It's connecting to me in some way that I like, and I don't know how to explain it. And even things like if you lose a brick, if you lose like a 1 by 1 brick or something like that, you're building, you lose it, you think, oh well, okay, better go find another one. It's annoying. We all have it, and then you go and find another one from some set. You steal it off something, but you lose a minifig. It's like, where'd that minifig go? He has to be here. He or she must be there. Where have they gone? We are attached to those minifigs. And when you think about the discussion, for example, on the alternative brick stuff that we had recently, one of the biggest things that came up were the minifigs. But minifigs don't look like people. So why are we so attached to those minifigs? They're still just bricks, but we're attached to them. I get upset if I lose a minifig. Where did that minifig go? Not as easily replaceable. And I don't think my minifig this is going to sound insane. I don't think my minifig from Tudor Corner, for example, is the same as your minifig from Tudor Corner. I think mine's a little bit different. It sounds mad, I know. But why is that? Am I attaching something to that? Are we living in the Lego? Does the minifig, is it our connection piece? Is it our glasses from the Lord of the Flies? Is it the connection? Is it the thing that allows you to just live into the Lego? I don't know. It's interesting. It allows you to either recreate that memory or create a new one, a brand new one. I don't know. What is your favorite Lego set? How do you answer that? What's your thoughts? Is yours the cheapest one? Is it the most expensive one? Is it the most complex one? Because I think that everyone's answer to that question is not just individual. I think it's quite personal. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts. I just find it quite interesting that my perception of what my son loved and what he does are two completely different things. And interestingly, I wonder, maybe the last Lego set you gifted someone, it might be the greatest set you ever gave them. Anyway, regardless, play well.